Hey everybody, this is Aaron Lawrence, and we're doing the last EQ competency of called impulse control. So first things first, what is impulse control? Well, first off, it is basically not taking action for a short-term uh, gratification in order to avoid a potential long-term consequence. So basically, you're putting a gratification or something that benefits you before doing for finishing a full-time action that you're planning or forced to do. So one of the biggest problems with impulse control is that we live in a world full of people want instant gratification right here and right now. And another problem with this is that it's caused a loss of patience for those who, uh, for just like our kind of generation nowadays, is because they want that instant satisfaction of right there, right now. So one of the biggest backgrounds for impulse control was the marshmallow test that was done quite a while ago. So it was a longitudinal study that was testing instant gratification, and they put a kid in a room with a marshmallow, and there was a marshmallow sitting in front of them, and the person left, but told them before they left was, if the marshmallow is still there when I come back, I will give you another one. And so what they found was a majority of the kids actually ate the marshmallow sitting on the table when the person left, and therefore did not get two of them if they waited 15 minutes. So it showed how impulse control, how we want that instant satisfaction, especially at a young age in kids. So the result of this found that impulse control can drive academic performance, SAT, and upward mobility. After the longitudinal study has completed, they kept up with these kids as they went into college and further their education and careers. Those are the three things that they found that correlated with the results of their test. So the surprising power of impulse control is the article I chose, and what it did was it was using the Pomodoro technique. And what this used was it was hopes to improve work efficiency, and it substitutes instant gratification for better productivity was the goal. So first off, the Pomodoro technique is a time management method, and how it works is you basically have a timer and you set it for 25 to 30-minute intervals, and during those intervals, all you do is work on a task, whether it's a project and then it takes an hour-long project, you set it for 30 minutes because you're setting yourself up for reaching a goal of 30 minutes, and then you're rewarding yourself with a 5 to 10 minute break, whether that be checking social media, going on a walk, or just responding to emails, or even just texting your buddy back. And so you'll keep repeating this throughout the day. So the expectations for this were that you assumed better impulse control would lead to you'd improve at least your productivity, or technology-induced distractions would decrease, or even a more reliable work process. So what they found was productivity increased and distractions became limited, and the thing called wandering mind was also limited, which was essentially your thoughts. Sometimes you get distracting thoughts and you start thinking about other things. It's not really something physical in front of you. And one of the biggest challenges for implementing this thing is your internal interruptions. As I was talking about, how your mind wanders, like it shifts to other things. You're getting off task mentally, not even physically. It's happening. It's just in your head. And then another thing is knowing a reward will come after the task uh, did show to prove interruptions and mind wandering. So relation to impulse control is impulse is to get off task. All right, you check your phone or email for your instant gratification. Right, when your phone vibrates, even as a student, if my phone vibrated, I wanted to check it right there. The Pomodoro technique rewards you after 25 minutes, so it allows a duration of gratification. You have to get stuff done in order to feel rewarded in some type of way. So in conclusion, the Pomodoro technique, it actually improves a lot of different tasks throughout that you need to get done. It's an easier way to get through tasks that you don't want to do because you're breaking it up and you're rewarding yourself. It helps make it easier. Impulse control has, in the past, been very quantifiable. You see it in numbers and all that, things like that. But further research is trying to see if it has a biological basis and seeing how, if they can work, maybe it's even genetical or genetics and something like that, to see if there's already a preconceived notion of how impulsive you are when you're born. So impulse control in the workplace. So oftentimes, especially in my age as a millennial here, uh, phone, social media have always basically been a part of my life, especially since high school or before, probably even elementary school a little bit. So you always have that constant distraction and you want to be up to date, whether it's a notification, you feel your phone vibrate. So one of the biggest problems is, and as a GDA in this field of football, you're oftentimes given tedious tasks that sometimes feel boring, whether it's spreadsheets, labeling. You also have classes and homework. Sometimes you have big papers due, and you really don't want to do it, so you're procrastinating, you're checking your phone here and there. So those are all some problems that impulse control kind of poses on, that shows that you have a negative impulse control. So ways to combat that is like limit your usage. Set a timer, use the Pomodoro effect. Pomodoro effect. Turn off notifications during your duration. Turn off your phone completely. Uh, and make sure you reward yourself upon your completion of the entire task, which will help you improve your impulse control.